Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the second video about title tags and meta descriptions. Just as a quick review, in the first one we looked at title tags as far as just in Google search results. So we're looking for a Columbus, Ohio roofer, and we're looking at this company on the first page, Cap City Restoration. They're a good example because they don't have roofer or roofing in the title of their company. And then this is the meta description. So meta description is just a brief explanation about what you want your customer to know. Again, this Google looks at and determines, okay, this is a roofer in Columbus, and we're going to slap them on the first page. This part here is solely for the benefit of your customer because it just tells briefly what it's about, what you're all about. And if this, like we said before, well, somebody on page 9, it ran on for so long that Google actually cut out a big chunk of the middle, about right here, because they felt like it wasn't relevant. So what you want to do is have your keywords early on so that Google can see them and that your customers can see them as well. So just as we can see, page 1, the other company we looked at with a very similar name is on page 9. So let's look at the two. What's the difference? So there's title tags, and like we said, title tags and meta descriptions for every single page. And then within each page, there's title tags that are broken down as well. And let's look at that. So how can we even look at that? Well, first thing that we can do is let's just go and look at the websites individually. So here's your Columbus, Ohio roofing company, Cap City Restoration. They offer all these different services, free estimates, contact, blog, areas they serve, and you can see they even break out by area so they can get a little bit of local relevance for each area within Columbus. These are all suburbs. And then you have the gallery and the call us button. Contact form, some descriptions here, well, with lots of keywords and lots of outbound links. So we'll get into a lot of that stuff later, but I just kind of want to show you what their page generally looks like. Lots of content, YouTube video, lots and lots of links. Looks like you can expand some of this content. Got some testimonials that break out as you go, a little map, and lots of info in the footer. Looks like they're filling in these areas as they go. So that's Cap City Restoration. So what's the difference then between them and Liberty Restoration? Let's have a look. So here's Liberty, kind of similar about us. They have areas, so again, pretty similar to begin with. Insurance process, they have warranty that they talk about. They got their little logo up here. They even further break their services out. Instead of having a services tab, they actually have an insurance, a roofing, a windows, a siding, a gutters, a storm damage repair. And we'll talk about that as we go along as well, but not today, or at least not in this video. So they have residential, commercial, multifamily, metal roofs, and then all those other things. So again, contact form, pretty similar. Some information about roofing, siding, and windows in Columbus, Ohio. This is going to be a key problem, I bet, and we'll see here in a minute, and I'll talk about that. Then they talk a little bit about some things here. Residential, commercial, low slope, residential, commercial siding, windows and insulation. They got a broken section here. I think that this should be scrolling, and it's not. Get a free estimate. Looks like that goes to a new page. Again, broken. And then a map, and then same thing, some information in the footer, contact information. All right, so we have similarly built websites. One has some parts that are broken, and one maybe not so much. But again, similar, very similar website structure. Logo that's clickable, that comes right back to the home page, as you can see down the bottom here when I hover on it. Looks like their website's kind of stuck. There it goes. So what's the difference? So we have, again, we talked about this main search result, Columbus, Ohio roofer, title tag, meta description, gets cut off because it's too long and it's not relevant. too many keywords in the title, too many different keywords in the title versus one keyword in the title with the name of the company and a very specific meta description. So let's go back and let's run a scan of this website. So I'm using this scanner at rankdaddy.com/SEO-scan. I'll leave a link for that in the footer. Be sure to check it out and take a look at your own website. So the SEO scanner here, we punch in Cap City Restoration, hit analyze, and we see the results for Cap City Restoration. So the title tag, again, we talked about it. Affordable roofer, Columbus, Ohio, Cap City Restoration. Your optimal title tag is between 10 and 70 characters. And that's because Google's only going to show so many of those characters. The longer it is, the less likely it is to show up on mobile, and it might just cut off right here somewhere. It's not going to look right. Google will still read it, but it's going to look weird to your customers when they come and see it, start scrolling through the results. So here, 54 characters, just about perfect right in the middle. Meta description, again, there's an optimal length, in this case, 70 to 320 characters. So you saw that some of it got cut off, but again, it's super relevant. Affordable roofer, Columbus, Ohio, all your exterior home remodeling needs, Cap City Restoration, among the best roofers Columbus, Ohio has to offer, and our customer service is second to none. So we can see that some of that does get cut off here after there, but again, doesn't matter. Google's not looking at this. This is specifically for the benefit of your customers. So you want them to see exactly what you want them to know right away. Otherwise, it's going to get cut off. So now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the website itself. So the body content, we have header tags. So there's actual header tags or title tags within the website itself. So an H1 is a title. So you can see Affordable Roofer, Columbus, Ohio. So let's go to their website. There it is, H1, Affordable Roofer, Columbus, Ohio. So when you hear H1, H2, H3, it goes all the way down to H6. That's actual tags within the code on your website that tell Google, okay, this is a new thought, a new idea, a title. So you have your main title, Affordable Roofer, Columbus, Ohio. And then as it goes, there's H2 tags. So an H2 tag is a heading, number 2, underneath an H1 tag. So these need to be laid out appropriately or Google will get confused. So in this case, your first H1, Affordable Roofer, Columbus, Ohio, and then you're going to have keywords within these titles as you go. Your best choice for a Columbus roofer, average cost of a roofing company, best local commercial roofers, top choice, and most affordable roofers. Very good title tag structure throughout the website. The only one that would be a little bit ambiguous would be testimonials, but still just fine. You want to have testimonials on your website, and there's really nothing else you can name them. But again, H1, the important ones. Affordable roofer, Columbus, Ohio. Looking for roofing companies in Columbus, Ohio. Everything in here is relevant to either Columbus, roofing, or roofers. Further on, you can see image alt attributes. So if you upload an image to your website and it says, it's right off your iPhone and it's image /0427. That's all Google knows about that image. It cannot see. Google cannot see. It's the same way as YouTube cannot watch. You have to tell it what you want it to know. So when there's an alt attribute, that means that you further take that image and you tag it to say what you want it to say. So in this case, there's 17 images on the home page of the website. 15 of them have all attributes, and it looks like a couple are missing. Not a big deal if you're missing a couple. You want to have them all there for sure, but 15 out of 17 is really good. So in each case, you're going to say exactly what you want that image to tell Google. So, it might say a Columbus, Ohio roofer replacing a roof, or whatever you want it to say. It doesn't matter, but you need to tell Google what that image is about. When you go and do images.google.com, you search for pictures of a truck. The only images that are going to come back are ones that have alt attributes that say truck in them. That's how Google understands things. It has to be told what you want it to know. So that's Cap City Restoration. Let's look at Liberty Restoration Group. Again, similar website, similar layout. What's the difference? Okay, we already saw the title tag. It is within the optimum length between 10 and 70 characters, right in the middle, just like Cap City was. Liberty Restoration, roofing, siding, windows. But again, we lose local relevance because we don't say anything about Columbus or Central Ohio, or even a suburb like Dublin, Ohio, or Westerville, or something like that. Meta description. It's not even written correctly into the code of the website. Google might not even see that there is a meta description. So minus points there. Again, Google, like I said, doesn't look at that, doesn't read it. But if it's not there, it's probably going to be a red flag to Google to say, well, the customers aren't going to really know much more other than the title, so we're going to bury them on page 9. So if we look at the body content, remember, Cap City Restoration, super specific H1 tags. And remember, the H1 tag is those main titles as you go through. Affordable roofer, Columbus, Ohio. Your best choice for a Columbus roofer. Looking for roofing companies in Columbus, Ohio. It's the things that Google sees as it reads your website. And, it uses this to organize them. Google loves organization. In this case, highest quality. Just like I said, come back here. Whenever you have these broken out titles, you lose the tags. So the only thing that's tagged is highest quality. That's the only thing that Google understands now. They don't understand the professionalism, even though it's not really going to help. So highest quality is now your title tag. Your next one, roofing, siding, windows. You had Columbus, Ohio here as to provide local relevance, but you lost it because it was not properly tagged. This all has to be one tag. I know it looks better to the eye when you come here and see roofing, siding, windows, and then it's underneath Columbus, Ohio. But now Google can't read it. It has to be tagged appropriately, and they missed that. So now they're losing. So now Google comes through and they say, okay, well, we see Liberty Restoration Group is roofing, siding, and windows. Okay, well, let's go and look at the website further and see what they're all about. Okay, well, their highest quality. Okay, everybody says that. Okay, I already know about roofing, siding, windows. Well, let me see what their H2 tags have to say. Maybe there's a little bit more information in there to help me organize their site. Well, and professionalism is the first one, because remember, they broke it out. So if you come up here, highest quality and professionalism, now Google says, okay, I'm really confused. So they provide high quality and they provide professionalism. So are they a coaching program, or I'm not sure what they're doing. Okay, well, I get a free estimate. Well, everybody offers those. And in their case, it's clear down at the bottom and there's nothing below it. And oh, by the way, if I follow the link underneath free estimate, there's nothing there. It's a blank page. It's just a copy of the rest of the website. So you have your footer, you have your header. You can schedule an appointment, but you can't really schedule an appointment because their bookly form is broke. So that's how you end up on page 9 without even trying. And again, if we look at images, Google loves images. They love videos. That's why I'm here doing these videos, is I want to get Google to see different things that we're doing. And I want to provide content, and I want to provide value to everybody out there. And so we're doing, videos, we're doing images. We give all this stuff and we tell Google what it's all about, and Google says, okay, great, we're going to rank you. And even though, your website might be around for a week, we're still going to rank you because we understand what you're doing and we trust it. In this case, there is no trust because you don't have any images whatsoever. If you go back to the home page, there are no images. And the website is slow. Speed definitely counts. Locally, it's not a big of a deal, but as you can see, we're just not even loading. And the page is frozen. And it's not the internet connection, because if we come here, everything works just fine. Boom. Okay, we finally loaded here. We're back to the home page. So this in the background, this is just a background. It's not actually an image. It doesn't count to Google as an image. It can't see that. It can see that you have an image in your background, but it doesn't count as an image. And again, we're freezing as we scroll. Website's freezing. Look at this. It's not going anywhere. I'm spinning the wheel. There we go. And it's probably because of this here. If you don't embed these right, it makes the whole website not work right. So I'm sorry to Liberty Restoration to kind of tear apart their website. I don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to provide an example of how simple things can get you buried into a place where you can't be seen. Again, no images, so there's not even any alt attributes to worry about. So Google says, okay, well, if they're doing roofing, siding, windows, that's great. They're on meta description. I don't understand their titles. The header tags that are kind of defining what the titles are about and providing more information don't tell me anything. So let me look at the images and, oh wait, never mind, there are none. So if you're Google, think about it. What are you supposed to rank Liberty Restoration Group for? Liberty? I don't know. What are they restoring? Well, I'm not sure. Are they restoring windows or roofing or siding? I don't know. Well, let me look at their images. Well, there are none. This is how you get buried on the back page without trying. Um, and when I say without trying, I'm just saying these are simple fixes that you can take right now for your website. You can go in, you can tell Google exactly what you want. You don't have to change anything else on your website except make sure that your header tags are in there appropriately, H1s, H2s, and it's the same really across the board. WordPress, Squarespace, Wix. You can go in there, highlight that title, click on it, and there's probably going to be a drop down that just says H1, H2, H3. Just tag it appropriately and make sure that there's a keyword in it, but don't overstuff, don't over optimize. Don't say best roofing company in Columbus, Ohio ever in the entire world. Make sure that it kind of provides a little bit of relevance. So in this case, affordable roofer in Columbus, Ohio, looking for roofing companies in Columbus, Ohio. Again, testimonials. It's good. It actually mixes it up to not be so overly optimized that every single one has the city, state, and the word roofing or roofer in it. Because you can always break that out as you go. And here's your H2 that happened to be in your testimonials. It's that first quotation mark. So those are some things that you can do right now, today. Get them done. Make sure Google understands your website and understands exactly what your website is about. There's nothing else more important, because if it doesn't understand you when it first looks at you, it's just like a first impression with a girlfriend. If she doesn't understand you, if she thinks you're weird, if she doesn't know what you're all about, she's just going to move on and forget about you. And that's exactly what Google does. Make sure that your website doesn't have that happen. So that was it. I appreciate you guys watching, and I really hope that you subscribe, because there's going to be more and more information coming out. I want to make sure that local businesses out there understand the importance of local SEO. It is so important. Every business needs it, and there's no exceptions. Everybody on the internet is going to Google to say, who can I trust? And that's what Google's all about, is trust. That's what the point of SEO is, to build trust. We're not trying to game the system. We're not trying to over-optimize things. We're not trying to be scammy. We're just trying to give Google what it wants, and that's trust. So follow the instructions here in the first two videos. There's nothing that's more important. I'll leave a link for the first video down below that talks about title tags and headers from the search results. This was about header tags within your website. Again, nothing else more important than these two things. If you want some help trying to figure it out, if you're on Squarespace, on Wix, if you're on WordPress, just hit me up, follow through to the website, shoot me a message. Be more than happy to help you through this stuff. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to fill out a form and have me look at your website, do a free audit for you and kind of go through some of these issues with you, more than happy to. Not going to cost you anything. Just here to help. Reach out to us. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and keep up to date with more content as it comes. Thanks for watching.